Hi everyone, this podcast is brought to you by the Chartered Institute of Building, also known as CIOB, the world's largest and most influential professional body for construction management and leadership, with around 50,000 members in more than 100 countries. Our members, past and present, have had a hand in executing many groundbreaking construction projects across the world, from the Houses of Parliament in London to the Sydney Opera House through to venues for the Beijing and London Olympics. Chartered membership provides you with recognition of your abilities, knowledge and experience within the industry, creating more exciting career opportunities. Don't forget to become a student member for free today.
Welcome to another Invite Me interview episode. I'm Daisy Wu, the podcast lead representing the student, graduate and young professionals community within the Chartered Institute of Building, Oceania chapter. It's a big pleasure to host this episode with my fellow Tomorrow's Leaders community, Ethan James.
I would like to welcome all listeners to the Conversations with Construction Connoisseurs. Ours is a series established to advance career construction and give access to that knowledge of those who have had bold aspirations to set their sights high for achievement and the broader construction industry. Listen to our thoughts on leading issues within the industry.
Thank you, Ethan. As the Chartered Institute of Building's Tomorrow's Leaders Victoria, we champion and celebrate endeavours that exemplify achievements in all works of the built environment. We're setting high standards of excellence and contributing in ways that inspire soul. Today, we're beyond excited to bring in the voices from Anna Sharikova. It's got a unique combination of thinking but also doing. Anna's done what most don't do on her way to pursuing high levels of growth. Anna operates consistently from her values and carries an expansive mindset. This paved the way to her career pivots and, in the space of less than 2 years, the remarkable recognition as 2021's top 100 women in construction.
Great to have you on board today, Anna. Could you please give us an introduction to yourself?
Sure. First of all, I would like to say hello, Daisy, Ethan, and to all podcast listeners. Thank you very much for inviting me to be part of this podcast. And what a lovely introduction, by the way. Thank you very much. On the side note, I just would like to say that it's nice to meet you again after the last catch-up in Melbourne. That was Eleanor Mache Masterclass, remember?
Very fondly. It was a great event.
Absolutely, I agree. So if you will allow me to introduce myself, quite often people say that it is difficult to talk about themselves, and I'm not an exception, but I will try. I have over 16 years within construction and development industry. I particularly thrive in high-paced environment, complex environment where I valued for my upfront and open communication style and ability to strategize on the run and make swift and effective decisions. I really enjoy finding efficient solutions to complex problems. Give me a problem and I will turn it into an opportunity, I love to say. So with my combined legal and construction industry background, whatever the technical aspect of the project, I can draw from my personal experience, professional experience to give practical advice about the best way to deal with the issue in the context of the relevant codes, requirements, legislation, and policies. I stay focused through my projects on the client's KPIs, providing expert guidance and recommendations to ensure their core goals and they are achieved in the most cost and time efficient way. So while working as an operations manager in one of the New South Wales leading companies, Buildcert Planning, I strive to create efficiency and consistency through the planning and construction phases of the project. Outside of my work, I'm passionate about adding a long-lasting value in construction industry by creating improvement around the obsolete processes, adding innovation in the industry, and supporting gender equity and cultural diversity in the construction field. I heavily invest in mentoring women in construction industry through Women Building Australian National Mentoring Program, and acting as an ongoing ambassador for women in construction. I believe the equity is the future, not only in construction industry, but in general. Everyone has a place under the sun.
Wow, what a remarkable account of your journey and aspirations, Anna. Before we move on to the official interview, could you give us some icebreaker question answers, starting with who do you admire most and why?
Um, I admire the quality. Integrity is a quality. To me, integrity is just being honest, but also um, about transparency, about doing what needs to be done, but in the right way. Honest leaders are wanted because they are tough and successful, but respectful and caring managers.
What is your go-to song that motivates you to push hard at crunch times?
Good question. There is no doubt that listening to particular music can increase the productivity. I don't have particular go-to song, but depending on activity I need to attend, I could listen to various styles of music. For example, quite often when I need to focus on the task for extended period of time, I will listen to lo-fi sets. If I need to increase my energy levels or perform under pressure, I found that salsa and Latina beats motivate me to push harder. So I'm a bit nerdy. I just would like to share a little bit of information around it. So music between 50 and 80 beats per minute is well known to dramatically increase the productivity. Trust me, it's scientifically proven. So, salsa tempo ranges from about 150 beats per minute to around 250. Imagine how your productivity could be boosted then. You should try.
I'll have to give it a go. What's your favorite book that's had a profound influence on your life?
The book called The Presence, a book written by Amy Cuddy, was the most influential so far. That is a behavioral science book that will teach you how to overcome the biggest fears and become yourself moment by tweaking your body language, behavior, and mindset in day-to-day activities. The book taught me how to become present and stay true to myself no matter what. I highly recommend it for everyone who is seeking a growth mindset, literally a life changer.
A recommendation, mastering your mind, mastering the aspects of your life. What are your hobbies, Anna? What do you do in your leisure time?
Right. Daisy, well, after sharing my music of choice, it will be no surprise that dancing salsa is one of my hobbies. I don't go to social dancing very often anymore due to COVID and other things happening in life. But if I do, I make sure I do my personal best, despite of how rusty I could be on a dance floor. I also enjoy cooking challenging dishes like making lasagna or shepherd's pie from scratch, or cooking dishes from different cuisines. I also love spending time with my family and friends. I'm very lucky I have an amazing supportive community surrounding me.
Excellent. Thanks, Anna. So, Anna, we've already introduced you as one of the phenomenal top 100 women in construction winners of 2021. So, on the back of that, could you give an account of some of those personal traits that have paved your trajectory so far to your wins?
Okay. I guess I can say I base my to-date career success on 3 pillars. First of all, personal drive and persistence. I don't take no as an answer. I challenge not only myself, but also other people around me to keep trying to achieve absolute best. And the second one is resilience. The life is full of lessons, especially at the times of failure. Also, the quality of being patient with people and being calm under pressure, under provocation, annoyance, and conflict situations without loss of temper or irritation.
As a manager, you've been known for taking a keen interest in your team members' careers and investing heavily within their development. Could you provide any concrete examples and explain why these actions are imperative?
In my opinion, there is no uniform way of one's career development. It is important to get to know your team members on the individual level, learning about their passions before supporting their career path. What they think is their passion, maybe not their passion. You need to dig deeper and find out more. My favorite question during a job interview is, if you could have any job in the universe, what would it be and why? I believe people can achieve their personal best when the passion and drive comes from within. It is essential on the core level to listen to yourself and try to understand on the deeper level what is actually you enjoy the most. Then connect the dots and to your current skill set and experience, and analyze what else is needed that could bring you to further success. I want everyone to enjoy every single hour at work doing what they love the most.
Echoing with that, Anna, it's really important that we cover a career by design meticulously rather than running on autopilot, feeling compromised or unfulfilled because we don't know who we are and don't design this from inside out, but the other way around.
Absolutely.
Is there any one thing that you're focusing on learning right now in the workplace?
I've been very lucky with my current workplace. It is truly a world of endless opportunities. There is always something happening at Buildcert. My current focus is on streamlining the current work processes, building a new digital platform that will support all departments within the business, growing the team, and implementing a business improvement program. More exciting news to share in 2022.
Sounds great. It's not a small undertaking. There's a lot of work involved with that and a lot of coordination of many different departments and people, I'm sure.
That's brilliant, Anna. So as the famous quote goes, storm makes trees take deeper roots. And this truly appears to be more than many professionals and leaders in our industry have had to live by amid the chaos and crisis that have arisen in recent years, especially in the COVID environment. So how has this evolved your outlook and capability on leadership in the past few months or years?
First of all, I would like to say that I absolutely love this quote, Daisy. My leadership style was crafted by experiences I had in the past and people I met along the way. It is amazing how transformational this could be. I highly encourage everyone to take courage and challenge yourself to do something outside of your comfort zone. You must have a level of discontent to feel the urge to want to grow. Another famous saying is, a year from now, you may wish you started today. It is perfect timing to set the goals for New Year 2022. Don't you think, Ethan?
Totally agree. There's no point standing around doing nothing and not taking any steps to improve yourself.
And does anybody have a tip or suggestion on goal setting?
First of all, you need to look within what's your passion and what you're trying to achieve, and being pragmatic about it. So don't try to set up bigger goals or many goals. Just focus on the most important one and try to break it down to the smaller ones. And also set up the process for yourself where you're actually allowing yourself to go back and assess what you achieved and whether the goals that you set up initially, they need to be changed slightly, tweaked slightly, because as we know, as we go through the growth, we have to adjust ourselves to the circumstances that happening at the present time. And the example that I can give, a famous COVID-19. So you have to adjust yourself, adjust your goals in accordance to what's happening around you.
Yeah, that's brilliant what you said, and you've surely acquired a mastery of goal setting and also goal attainment from the fact that you've got a myriad of speaking engagements and recognitions in the latest months in spite of these circumstances, which is surely outlived and outgrown. Kudos to you, Anna.
So Anna, how has your vision expanded throughout your latest engagements as a mentor with Master Builders Association and a keynote speaker in the Sydney Build Expo, and also your awesome achievement of achieving the top 100 women in construction and other non-property organisations in the building industry?
I found it is vital to listen to the voices of the industry to feel the actual pain, the problems that are happening in the industry. If I am in the know, I will surely do my best to find a solution to the problem. As previously mentioned, through various organizations, I had my 5-cent contribution to support the gender equity and cultural diversity in construction industry. Even the tiniest improvement is still an improvement. Consistently added through the time will result in change. I truly believe in that.
Definitely, and you just got to look at the last couple of weeks where legislation was passed in Victoria mandating gender equality within the construction industry. So small things do make big changes.
Absolutely.
For sure, every time we crunch the numbers. So on that note, Anna, what do you envision to achieve and accomplish in continuing the course of advancing and furthering our industry?
I envision the construction industry will have innovative approach to the problems they have currently. As you know, construction industry is very stagnant and no change been happening to industry for quite a while. I can see it's changing on a different levels. A lot of happening in New South Wales, in Victoria, and the Queensland legislation, and I envision that also gender equity and cultural diversity will be one of the top topics in a couple of years.
So Anna, in a more practical term, how do you see yourself driving these positive changes in the legal realm on the back of your professional and educational background?
Firstly, as part of my career path, I will continue to support my team members in their career development, supporting them in which way they desire to develop their career. I also would like to add innovation to the industry as again in upcoming years, in 2022, 2023, I will have a little announcement specifically outlining how the innovation can impact the current construction industry. Also, I would like to continue mentorship with the MBA as a part of the national mentorship program that they set up.
That sounds like a very great feedback loop wherein you keep building up yourself and in the meantime you reciprocate and give back to the broader community that builds you up. All the best, Anna. And on that note, Anna, thank you very much for bringing your energy and insights to this amazing episode. It's a great pleasure and honor to absolutely see your inspirational growth journey unfold with your numbers and upward focus. Ethan, it's been also a great pleasure to host this episode with you. Do you have any aha moment to share with our community?
Definitely would say Anna's drive and just how much she's doing for other people as well. Not only you've achieved so much in your professional career so far, you're also giving back to the industry in a number of different ways, whether that's your team members or your mentees. It's just awesome to have someone so great in the industry providing all this guidance to these new people coming through.
Thank you for the kind words. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm also really blown away by your drive, Anna, and how fast your drive manifested in those amazing results that you accomplished just over the course of a few months since we met last time. I really wish we could keep the conversations going outside the production, but before we call this a wrap, Anna, could you please share a go-to quote that defines your attitude to getting where you are today?
Sure thing, Daisy. My go-to quote is strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. I would like to thank you both, Daisy and Nathan, for having me in your podcast. It was an absolute pleasure.
Don't forget to follow Tomorrow's Leaders Victoria via our social media channels, and you should also take advantage of the free CIOB student membership to stay updated on fantastic happenings and from our global construction community.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.